All right. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Legend of the Three Kingdoms. Yes, this is one of my custom D&D campaigns, and the people below me are the people that are crazy enough to give me control over their characters, which no one has ever regretted, ever.
Not at all.
Sure. So I'm doing like 7 things at once. Please forgive me. I'll do that. Okay, much better. What the hell was that? Sorry. To kind of bring us back into the story. Last session and the session before, the group had kind of come together to try and find a cure for Vala's lycanthropy. And they found a kind of unique cleric who agreed to help them out a little bit. And most of the group went to the forest to do this. The Angel of Death and Preacher have been mysteriously missing for the past day or two. During the ritual, each person had their own kind of unique visualization of them overcoming the curse and disease and helping their friend. Except for Henri, who, when it came time for his, simply vanished in a cloud of darkness. The rest of you succeeded, some of you just barely. One of you almost tasting the sweet release of death. And Vala was able to overcome the lycanthropy, and the cleric went back to thank you, Wild Bronco. The cleric went back to the Temple of the Wise Sage, and you guys camped out in the forest. You guys have had a night of rest. As you guys kind of wake up and you're doing your normal, breaking camp thing, somebody makes some sort of meal, and other people are cleaning up. You guys hear a rustling in the woods, and a hunched, cloaked figure is seen walking towards the group with a slight, what looks almost like a limp. As he gets closer, you recognize the robes as being Henri's, though even without seeing him, he looks a little rougher than the last time you remember him, despite being completely concealed in his robes.
I will call out to the figure. Henri, is that you? Are you okay?
I had a really bad night.
Oh, what happened to you? Do you remember anything?
I couldn't even tell you where I was. I just know it was really painful. I don't know where I was or how I even got here. So you have no idea what happened to you? How you got so worked out? I don't have the faintest idea. The last thing I remember, I'm watching everyone help with this ritual. Next thing I know, I have no clue where I am. Get beat beyond belief, and then I'm back. so I don't know what to tell you.
I am going to take a moment and cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Okay. As you get close to him to kind of touch him and transfer the healing energy, you do smell kind of a mixture of like burnt hair and like nitrogen. And he
Well,
does flinch at first when you touch him, but then the energy goes through.
That's 10 hit points back. You, I'm so sorry. You should be happy to know that apparently it worked. I'm no longer cursed or possessed or whatever that
Or coughing
thing
up
was. Pardon?
Or coughing up mushrooms.
Or coughing up mushrooms. You know, part of me is considering a vegan diet, but no meat, no fungi, vegetables and fruits. I think as much as I can.
Vegans can't eat mushrooms?
I'm sure vegans can. However, I've had bad experiences with
I was sitting there, it's like, I thought they could. That man, vegans' lives must
That's
suck.
how they got to get their protein.
No, I'm just I don't know what I'm eating right now. Nuts and berries.
I'm gonna fast for a little bit. Feeling very religious right now.
Yes.
I will whisper to Vala. Is that priest nearby still?
He went back into the city last night. He had suffered some injuries because we had talked with him.
Okay, good. Because if he was here, I would kill him myself. I'm pretty sure he's responsible for whatever happened to me, and if I ever see him again, he will be one of my many victims. And I'll just start walking away.
You see, this is why I don't mess with the arcane.
This wasn't arcane, it was
Right, yeah.
divine.
He's arcane.
But I don't know the priest had anything to do with it, but just take a rest. We'll finish getting things packed up. Has anybody seen Preach?
No.
No, I think we can do that. That's probably to the water before the whatever at this point.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but being here in this, the Temple of the Wise Sage, I'd like to take some opportunity to, browse around a little bit.
That might not be the greatest of ideas right now. And you all look, trying to figure out where this voice is coming from, and there's no one around you.
But it's the Dark Angel, right? Or
That's
Angel of Death. The voice.
That's the voice. No idea where it's coming from right now.
No, you're here.
Yes, I am where I meant to be, when I meant to be there, and currently I meant to be finding all of you.
We
Well, I'm sorry. What'd you say, Lillian?
We
Well, you were taking too long, so I took her to the rendezvous myself. We arrived late last night. She spoke with her contact, and her contact hired me to bring you in. Apparently, he is very interested in meeting all of you.
Well, you'll be happy to know that we don't have to work with us.
Well, that's very good. because I was told if the werewolf was still feral, to put her down before bringing the rest of you. For safety's sake, of course.
No, of course, no feralness, no nothing. I'm
To be on the safe side, I have a silver bolt. I can just shoot you, and we can see.
no. Here, I'll take
no,
a silver coin
yeah.
out, and I'll
Wait,
just
no,
stick it in my mouth and be like,
I still would feel
Oh, that's
better. It's
disgusting.
very quick. I shoot you in the leg. There's a
I
very
mean,
good
I-
chance I miss artery.
I could punch her, and it would prove she's not a werewolf because then she's injured by something not silver.
Oh, in that case, and suddenly you hear rustling in the trees above you, and Vala, make a dex save with disadvantage.
with disadvantage.
Yes.
But I assumed dodge earlier. Ooh, that was a 17 and a 7. So
You look up
no.
and you see a
10.
Oh, I thought it was a 17. I'm like, oh. Well, in that case, you look up right in time to see a very expensive boot coming directly for your face. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you bite your lip a little bit and you're bleeding just a little bit. And the angel of death kind of comes up, looks at your face, goes, "That is blood. Okay, I'm convinced." And he turns to Argenta. "That was a very good idea from you. Have you thought about being assassin for hire? You'd probably be very good."
Probably would.
All right. Well, in that case, I think it is time for us to be going. And if you did want to go to any of the local towns, I would recommend not. Currently, in the Temple of the Wise Sage, there are 20 Blood Guard who are
Oh,
putting up lovely posters with all of your faces on it.
yeah, that would be good.
They
I,
apparently are very upset that you escaped all that time ago, and they have now come here. There is one vampire lord here. There are 2 in the Temple of the Cunning Rascal, each with a group of about 12 blood guard. And there are actually one of the 13 has been dispatched to the Holy City.
Are they all for the go?
Sorry, say again?
Are they all for the go?
Well, apparently, the crimes that you were originally charged with have expanded, and you are now considered, let's just say, the 13 lords, vampire lords, have basically said that if you are not captured and put to death by vampire blades, it will be a declaration of war
Oh,
by whatever country you are found in.
well, that
That's good to know.
Yes, so it really does not matter where you are. Fenrish has the Blood Pack has actually committed that they will personally hunt you in Fenrish, and the King of Valakovia has said he will have his musketeers hunt you and find you for them. So you have become persona non grata everywhere.
well, that
Guys, we've become an international incident. We're a hit.
I mean, that was never new for me.
me.
That's our name. That's our party name now. We're the international incident.
I'm glad you're so happy about this. It makes my job of keeping you alive long enough to meet your contact significantly more difficult. I would very much appreciate if you would not do anything else stupid.
Okay then. Well,
Hey.
um,
I'm not doing anything else, so-
Cannot
why
make
does
promises
everybody
this time.
look at me?
Yeah, pretty much.
I cast Mask of Many Faces on myself to make me look like a regular elf. Red hair.
It's a very nice trick. Unfortunately, we will not be using places where that will be useful for you. I have, let's say, certain insights about where the guards will be, where the various little cities are, and I have a path that will take us directly to the rendezvous without meeting a single living soul. And if we do, they will not be living for long.
Where exactly is the
Just
rendezvous?
Not taking any chances.
There is a lake outside the holy city.
I know that one.
On the far west coast. We will be meeting in a fairly, let's say, difficult to find spot. I've been there once. It is protected. But we do not have much time. I must get you there in 3 days.
They keep moving.
You guys do know, just from your cursory knowledge of the area, the trip generally from the Wise Sage to where he's describing would take about a week.
Okay, let's hurry.
Fantastic. I hope you are all good to push fairly hard on your bodies. No one have, trick ankle, weak ankles, trick knee, anything like that.
Nope.
Because we can just
well-
shoot and kill you now. Leave the guards something to distract them while the rest of us run.
Well, unfortunately, that would create an international incident.
Ah, you are thinking. Well, then I think you should follow me.
Yep.
And he starts running off.
Because I can track at a fast pace, I'm just going to be following his footsteps at a fast pace.
Okay.
I'm gonna-
follow.
Any chance we can get horses instead?
Funny you should ask that. And you guys travel for maybe 5 minutes, and you come to a very strange clearing. As you step into it, you can smell the dew on the grass. You see a slight, very small kind of creek winding its way through here. And as you look around, like the green of the grass looks more vibrant. The blue sky above you just seems to be melting into your eyes. Everything is just bright and more colorful and more sensual than you have. And as you keep looking, suddenly your eyes are kind of drawn to the far end, where you see these 6 very elegant looking elk. The smallest of which is about a foot taller than Argenta at the shoulder. So these massive beasts, but they're this silvery gray fur, and their antlers are this almost pearl white. I have arranged for transportation.
Much more
Very
eloquent than I
nice.
was expecting, but nice.
Just understand, do not get used to this. And you break it, I kill you.
Oh,
That's fair.
Nature check. I just want to know if Argenta knows what these are.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me a nature check.
13.
These are not natural elk. If you had to take a guess, you would say that these are some sort of fey creature. But beyond that, you don't know. The Feywild has been cut off from the world for hundreds of years, so you've never seen a fey creature in your life. Just heard stories about it.
So what's really what they are? Give me the
Roll a Arcana check for me.
okay. I advances on intelligence to recall information on safety or attack.
Yep, go ahead and take advantage.
Right. So, harder you said, 15.
Again, you've never personally seen a fey creature, but part of your study and part of the turning that you went through is you experienced a wide range of unnatural creatures. And so you don't think that these are actually elk. You think these are fey spirits that have taken the form of an elk. But it still doesn't explain where they came from because, again, the Feywild has been cut off. And fey spirits don't generally tend to last very long in the prime material plane. We all done oogling. We have much ground to cover.
I'm already mounted on the elk.
let's get going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So you guys all get up there. You watch as the Angel of Death kind of leans down and just kind of hugs onto the elk's neck. He goes, "You will want to get your head down or you may lose it."
Okay.
I'm already like hugging it like I'm on like a log, arms wrapped all the way around.
Yeah. Same.
As you all kind of get settled, he goes, "All right. And with that, you guys feel this very sudden, huge burst of acceleration. And those of you that are brave enough to look out, you're traveling faster than you ever thought possible. Just barely missing trees and stumps. Every so often they'll go across a river or something and you'll get splashed with water that you're going so fast it actually stings. Almost cuts you as you go past. And the next basically 3 days are a repeat of this. You'll stop for a midday meal, then stop for a rest at night. Is there anything you guys want to do over those 3 days at either the midday stop or the nightly camp?
I'd just be foraging to restock food.
Okay.
I'm going to stay in camp and not wander off.
Keep looking for lycanthropes.
I will just be studying these creatures like in and out so I can understand what they are.
Okay.
Yeah. I probably be
I'm going
doing
to-
the same.
Okay.
I'm going to put the gun back in its spot and sew it back up.
Okay. Lillian and Henri, go ahead and make me just plain intelligence checks to see how much you learn from studying them.
Do I hit by the business or no?
Since you're learning and not recalling information, no.
Alright, so 6.
Okay.
11 for me.
All right. So Lillian, you're a little bit blown away by these creatures. They're unique. They're the kind of creatures that you might have hunted had you continued down a traditional blood hunter path, because creatures like this in the prime material plane cause issues. But these are so much more regal and majestic than you're used to dealing with. All the creatures you've hunted are creatures. You know, they're bad shit.
Yeah.
Henri, you have a little more of an analytical approach to them, and you do notice something interesting. As you examine them and notice kind of the energy that flows through them, all fey creatures have a natural kind of arcane energy that flows from them. You notice that as opposed to energy flowing out from them, arcane energy is flowing in to them from a point you can't really locate.
Huh.
Anything else? Anybody? Anything else you guys want to do?
No.
No, good.
No.
All right. So, you guys continue going, and eventually, on the night of the third day, you eventually can see this very large lake in front of you. Think like Lake Michigan style. Like it's a big old lake. Maybe not quite that big, but big. Maybe like Superior, Erie. And the Angel of Death goes, "We are going that direction. We will be meeting in the middle of the night, so no camp tonight. We understand?"
Yes.
Good. Let us go. And now you're traveling at a more normal pace for a mounted creature. After about 20 or 30 minutes, you eventually see what looks like lights ahead, and the mounts stop. He goes, "It's time for us all to dismount."
Okay.
I want to do an insight check, particularly on him, because I've been in ambushes. They're not pleasant. I want to
Okay.
know if this is shady.
Go ahead.
DA, what's our difference? 18.
Okay. He's not telling you something on purpose. You don't get any malice from it.
Okay. I'll go along with it then.
As he does that, as everyone gets off, he snaps his fingers, and the elk start moving forward. And at first, they just look like they're getting taller. Do you guys realize they're actually rising into the air? And they kind of fly off and go down to where the light source is, and then you lose track of them. Angel of Death goes, "We wait." A few minutes pass, and you see the light change from its kind of soft, kind of golden glow that you would expect from maybe a campfire or a very bright lantern, and it shifts to this kind of bluish, almost ghost fire type thing. The Angel of Death goes, now we can go. And he starts walking forward, not waiting for you guys.
Okay, I'll follow.
I'll follow behind.
Okay. As you guys go, you come down this hill, and there are trees that are much like the foliage and everything are much thicker than you think it should be. As you look at them, you notice that the trees have actually grown around rock walls and things like this. So this is half artificial, half natural.
Mm-hmm.
But if you weren't walking through the one clear path, you probably never would have found it. The undergrowth is that thick. And as you all go through, eventually you see Preach sitting on a stump, the far end, just kind of dangling her feet. And you see a figure wearing a very heavy, deep blue cloak. So dark blue it's almost black. But just due to the nature of shadows and things like that, it actually blends in with the darkness better than a pure black cloak ever would.
Mm.
And you see the Angel of Death go, I have brought them. I will expect my payment in the usual spot. Goodbye. And he just starts walking away.
Thank you. Okay, bye.
We'll miss you.
Preach! It's been a long time.
She waves. She seems remarkably quiet.
It's just not like you.
You're pretty sure she'll stay that quiet, at least for the next hour.
You know what? We've been through a lot.
You
I'll let
don't
have
need
your peace.
words. You're beyond that. The
Respect.
figure, the remaining figure, is standing there, and as you guys look at him, he's really tall, like 6'6" easily. But again, he's the cloak itself wraps completely around him, and the seam conceals everything but his boots. And the hood is very large and covers the shadows and everything cover his face almost completely. You guys can see in the pale white light, you can see the boots are metal. Possibly the bottom boots of a suit of armor, something similar. Definitely seem to be a little more magnificent than useful. More for show than for purpose. The figure removes a single gauntleted hand and gestures in front of him, and you can see 5 stumps kind of grow out of the ground.
I will go over and sit on one of the stumps. Say, that's a very nifty trick.
I'll hang back.
Yeah, I'm with Henri.
Okay. Argenta, Leanne?
I'll just lean up against the wall. I'm not sure about this whole situation, but
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be back. You know, wow.
Okay. So as you leave Vala to die,
Be fair.
The stump was a mimic the entire time.
You guys hear this very deep, rumbling voice. You have nothing to fear. You are currently my guests and are therefore under my protection. Please join me.
You did go to an awful lot of trouble to get us here alive, so
I believe you are very important people. And he gestures again for everyone to join him.
I just kind of sigh and I'll take the stump next to Vala.
I'll stand behind one of the stumps, but not sit on it.
I'll Captain Morgan one of the stumps.
Okay. Lillian, you gonna join him too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you all sit down, he moves his gauntlet again, and the very small pathway out closes as the stone and trees grow into each other. Now that we are safe from prying eyes, he lifts his hood, and Commander, you're slightly taken aback. Having grown up in Valakovia, you were taught that you were not allowed to look directly into the face of the king.
So that mean I would recognize him too?
Yes, you would have. Everyone would recognize him. Anyone that actually grew up in Valakovia. If you don't want to immediately go into a kneeling position, you'll have to roll me a wisdom save.
I think I would just do that out of just pure.
Okay.
Our dentist sitting.
I have no idea who he is, so I'm just looking at Lem like, okay, wait a minute.
You
A
just
minute
see me
ago,
immediately bow, and you're just like, wait, what's going on?
okay, I'm freaked out now.
Yeah, being in the gunslingers, yeah.
I see my reputation precedes me. Please stand. You are not my subjects, nor my inferiors currently. You are my guests. You must forgive me for this secrecy. A king cannot meet with commoners very easily, especially ones who have been declared enemies of the state. By my command, actually.
Yeah, I heard that.
We're something of an international incident, they've heard.
Yes. Understand, my declaration was merely a way to prevent war. I do not believe you guilty of these crimes any more than you believe it. However, politics is rarely based on what is true.
Yes.
Yeah, Vivian's not knowing me. Yeah.
We should probably talk about why I brought you here. My favorite agent has informed me of the device you found in Dorme and of the rift you were forced to deal with. I would hear more of your own descriptions of what you saw, while my agent is observant. This was well outside of her area of expertise.
Well, we were dealing with what seemed to be a noble claiming Dorme when they didn't have the rights to it. And when it came time to fight with, well, Preach over here saw someone who might have been of vampiric blood there. But when it came time to deal with all of this, the mercenaries they hired weren't normal. They were moving at speeds incapable of humans. The commander was throwing fire like he could, like it was magic, but he wasn't a spellcaster before that. And then when he died, he turned into a bunch of locusts. And then where his body fell, a rift erupted and a giant fire golem, elemental something, came out.
Do you remember what it felt like?
A furnace.
There was like a static in the air, wasn't there?
I think so.
Yeah.
Have any of you experienced this phenomenon before?
Yeah. I I've been waiting for whatever traveling and it went me to me.
Dorme is so close to the border. Do you remember, were you in Fenrish or Sanguinius? I,
Pretty sure it was Sanguinius.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
talking to
I,
Lillian specifically.
Oh,
yeah, I think it was the
Okay,
but
we'll go with that. Interesting. The device you found. You, small cute one, what is your name? Looking at Vala.
My name is Valor Raven.
You have some blood elf in you, correct?
Yes.
And you study the arcane arts.
Among other things, yes.
Have you ever dabbled in blood magic?
No, I have not.
Who examined the item you found?
I don't remember which one of us looked at it specifically.
Yeah, me, you, and
Henri.
Henri were down there, correct?
I believe you're right. I thought maybe Lillian did too. I can't remember.
I went down there. I remember that, but I didn't examine it.
yeah, I did.
Okay. What did you notice? Okay, thanks. What did you notice about it? What did you learn before you destroyed it?
I remember it was feeding off of several individuals. I
Holding
think it was.
them.
The augmented reality. That
We tried to free
everyone
one
was
of
there,
them.
but not there, if I remember correctly.
And I believe they died right away. Immediately after my memory. So we will shoot that right anyway. And and back in the play to reach out for one of us.
Interesting.
And when we were approaching the town, they noticed, my companions here noticed some differences. When they struck a tree, it was like iron, stone. Is that charcoal?
Um, yes, I remember ash in the tree. Like the tree had been burnt on the inside.
Jody,
Mm-hmm.
I just want it to be known that I was the one that investigated the altar, but I'm keeping that to myself and not telling him.
Okay.
Oops.
That's fine. Sorry, Argenta, what were you saying?
Oh, I was explaining how like the dirt tasted
Oh, yeah.
like ash and the trees were different.
Yes, that's to be expected on the elemental plane of fire.
The the what? I mean, but we didn't leave the material
How
plane.
knowledgeable are any of you about interplanar travel and the various planes of existence?
Wrong person to talk to.
Would I know anything?
You, since you grew up a little more highborn than most, you probably would have been given a very basic overview.
Okay.
So you know that there's the elemental planes, my phone, which is its own
That's one of
plane
them.
of existence.
Feywild ringtone.
Right.
The Feywild, and those all exist above the prime material plane. Below it is the Shadowfell, and then Tartarus and Elysium, which is 7 hells and 7 heavens.
We underneath the device, we did find a chamber that seemed to have some type of a history on it, as well as an altar, which I was able to activate using my bardic gifts of inspiration, and opened a map showing the various planes. But I thought we were cut off from the different planes. How could we have traveled to there? Or
You didn't travel anywhere.
It was right here.
It was brought to you. Since being cut off from the plains centuries ago, the 3 kingdoms have all tried to re-establish the connection. The Kale Isles, where the portal of entry to the Feywild and the Shadowfell, was a very prosperous area because it was the sole connection to the various planes. Some previous rulers of the 3 kingdoms, my predecessor included, unfortunately, got the idea that if we could find a way to connect with the planes, have the portal in one of our lands, we could benefit greatly from the increased trade, the increased troops, and technology. So for quite a while, there were various experiments done to try and create our own portals to the inner and outer planes. Unfortunately, none of them ever worked. until now.
Hmm.
Obviously, it did not work as intended because it simply brought a piece of what seems like a random plane into our existence instead of forming a doorway. However, even that small step is enough to be very dangerous in the wrong hands.
Yes. I think we witnessed that ourselves firsthand.
I bow and I say, "My king, does the name or phrase polyhymnia mean anything to you?"
Roll an insight. Actually, no, because you're averting your eyes. Never mind. You. There's a pause, and he goes, "The name means nothing to me. Why do you ask?"
It was carved into the walls of the underground place that we found.
That will have to be something we look into later. I don't see it being connected to this particular incident.
Hmm.
I've been keeping this on me, so I take out the particular piece of stonework that has the bloody fangs mark on it, and I just say, "This was on the inside where that blood well was that was powering the whatever arcane bullshit was happening." And I put down the slab. This is a mark of somebody I know personally.
He
The bloody fang.
looks it over. Yes. I'm sure you can all understand the danger of the vampires having this sort of power. I'm afraid I must ask that your particular involvement in this is not yet over. I need you to return to Sanguinius and learn everything you can about what is going on. See if there are rumors or whispers of elemental creatures appearing in strange places or people that disappear. We must find out if they have any more of these things. If you can bring me proof, I can bring it to the Council of 13 and force them to end it themselves. Without proof, there is nothing I can do. And if they continue down this path, the repercussions could be world-changing.
What kind of proof do you need?
That I do not know. If you could bring a part of the device they use to create it, perhaps remnants of elemental things that have come through, something I can use that I can prove to them that we know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
When he says pieces of it, I look at Henri.
I don't know that you're looking at me because I'm looking away the entire time.
Now, there is the issue of notoriety. Now that I have met with you, I have no problem doing what is necessary to remove that notoriety. People will still know you. Your face has been plastered on walls everywhere. However, they will also find that you are innocent of the crimes you were charged with. And you should be able to roam semi-freely, even in Sanguinius.
Does that include the crimes that I was falsely accused of?
All crimes you were charged with, you will be found innocent.
That's a relief.
And if we keep having to deal with those pistol wielders in the middle of nowhere.
Pistol wielders, did you meet some of my gunslingers?
I'm just saying, if we meet them, what do we do? Because they shoot first and ask questions later.
They shouldn't. I will have to speak with the head of the Musketeers. Have him inform the various gunslinger corps to retrain their troops on what is proper gunslinger behavior. If you are fired upon, you have no need to spare their lives. I would prefer if you would report it to the nearest garrison so they can inform their families of their crimes.
Well, but yeah,
Will you take up this burden?
It means I can go home? Yeah.
If you can stop a war between the three kingdoms that could possibly mean the end of all of us, I will ensure you safe passage wherever you need to be.
good. That's one country that's not gonna hunt us. I don't see why not. I kind of look at everybody.
Yes, why is it? Once they get whatever they come with their season to me, I'm up for it.
As long as we don't
Maybe-
take Vala back into Fenrish.
Yeah. Yes, the story's not over yet. I mean, if I'm going to write an epic tale of this, I have to see it through to the end.
Wonderful. Then something that I have learned through my many years of negotiations is sometimes the quickest way to loosen lips is with silver and gold. He reaches into his robe. He produces a very large sack, places it on the ground in front of him. This, consider it a signing bonus. Use it however you feel is necessary, but I would recommend keeping some of it for influence.
Yes.
Now, unfortunately, I must leave. The grove you are in will remain locked until the morning light. You are completely safe here. Rest. If you would like, he waves his hand in a table full of food and just beautiful smelling things, wines and drinks and things. Eat whatever you like, it will disappear by morning. Rest, relax. By tomorrow morning, your infamy will be cleared up.
Thank you.
Before he goes, I would like to just approach him, but off to the side, ask him who was in charge, or who's the leader of the Musketeers now.
The current leader of my Musketeers is a younger gentleman. He took over after the former Musketeer died in an accident. His name is Theus. He's a very good leader. The rest of the Musketeers look up to him. May I ask,
Good.
why is it you ask?
Oh, it's just I used to live in Valakovian. I was always fond of the gunslingers.
Well, after this is over, perhaps you will do the honor of joining the gunslingers,
Perhaps.
or even becoming a musketeer. We could use more people with your skills.
Perhaps, yes.
Well, I must be going now. And you watch him raise his hand up, and the gauntlet itself is not just a gauntlet from a suit of armor. There are various gemstones in it, and it's just very regal. And he rubs one on his index knuckle, and there's this loud popping sound, and he's gone.
Why did you have to bring up the Musketeers?
So that we wouldn't run into them again. Do you want that to happen again? I don't like getting shot.
I remember being shot quite vividly. But perhaps we shouldn't make it known that we ran into them, since they're no longer there.
No, they're there. They're in a pit.
They're there. Pieces of them are there.
Yeah, one of them biting me in the head.
You know, I remember...
Depending on how quickly the creatures found him.
How did you get around? You're so strangely innocent about all of this.
I remember a time when I defended the innocents and punished the wicked.
And then you ate them.
No, I did not eat them.
Or you tried to.
There's shades of gray,
No,
just like there's many colors to a fire.
This was before the dark times.
And the Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, wrong movie. Before the time of the Empire.
Yes.
I'm looking over the table while they're talking. The food.
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah. Best.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
there's meats and veggies and literally anything you could think of. Sweetbreads, more savory rolls and buns and things like that.
this is a
Is it cooked meat, and is Ballard going?
no. I am
Valid
avoiding
has
the
a
meat.
Pool of drool.
I'm on the
avoiding
side
meat.
of the table, farthest from the meat, and going for the veggies.
I'm just
And there's
eating.
everything from just, cold veggies to steamed veggies, grilled veggies,
Hummus.
hummus. There's
Oh.
even some poi.
I'm over with Henri, kind of fangirling the fact that we just met the king.
Now, you guys do know there's about, as far as like non dignitaries and things like that, there's like 2 or 3 dozen people who've ever met the sitting king.
I mean, if you believe the stories, I'm pretty sure I killed the king, and I just start eating.
Just I don't believe them.
I just have a turkey leg, and I'm just like, why is this so important?
Yes, I mean, no offense, but he did frame us for crimes in order to get our attention.
We're not about to get and avoid a world war.
And technically, it was the Sanguinians who framed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He simply signed an order that let their laws be enacted.
Okay.
They came over and demanded that you guys be found and turned over, and he went, okay, so I don't have to go to war with you. All the crimes that you're accused of, I will say are true.
And now he's going to fake evidence that we didn't. This is an Inception level. I need to be taking notes on
You're actually
how he's
not
doing
sure
this.
how he's going to prove you guys innocent.
I imagine he'll just snap his finger and it'll just go away.
They beat me to it, dang it.
I'm just eating the turkey leg, and I shake it at them. Now, being haunted by the blood pack, that's an honor.
Yeah, you get used to it.
You know, my life never used to be this interesting. I would travel around, I'd play some music, overthrow some crime lords, get into a couple of tussles, and then be on my way.
So we just figured you haven't really lived until now.
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, you say you've beaten lycanthropy.
Yeah.
That is true. Do we
I
really have
mean,
to...
imagine the story itself for that.
Exactly.
I guess our next mode of operation is finding out where another rift is or will be. However,
We're going back to Dorme, right? Is that what he said?
Well, we have to go back to Sanguinius. I don't know that we have to go to Dorme.
The suggestion that King gave you was investigate Sanguinius, ask around if, see what kind of rumors are out there, see if you can find, rumors of fire beasts or water creatures appearing out of nowhere, or people just vanishing for no reason other than vampire type things.
Okay. Gotcha.
we could ask near the border if there's any border towns.
Yeah.
I mean, Vala, you would probably know somewhat, but Argenta, definitely Liliane. When you're looking for the abnormal, generally you want to look for the laughing stocks of town, because someone will talk about something that shouldn't be real, and they'll become an outcast because of it. And Liliane, is being a blood hunter, you've probably dealt at least once where you've had to go out and talk to the crazy people and figure out which ones are really crazy and which ones just got put in a crazy situation that you had to fix.
Yep.
We should
Maybe a few cold drugs too,
we should try and keep our base of operation near Valakovia in case we have to get arrested by Valakovian.
Yeah.
I
Speaking of
would
crazy,
prefer not being arrested at all.
Preferably. but in case we have to be.
I mean, until I met you guys, I wasn't arrested at all until Dorme, so there's that.
Speaking of crazy, I want to go look at that sack you put on the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. You try to lift it up. It's heavy.
Oh no!
Mm,
I open it up.
In various denominations, you have some silver, some gold, and platinum that all adds up to about 10,000 gold pieces.
Hey guys, I would just take this and leave and not even bother.
I think then we would have all three countries hunting us again.
I mean, that's normal.
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah. No, I mean, I have a feeling that the king, being indebted to us is probably worth more than 10,000.
And not to mention, he probably, since we have this money, knows exactly when and where or what we're doing.
Hey Vala,
Yes.
stop throwing logic in my story, okay?
Sorry, I should know better.
Well,
So, where do we start this? There's lots of border.
you guys should get some sleep. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes,
You guys-
yes.
to divvy out this money first.
Pull up a chair, Henri. I know you stay up.
I was gonna count the money while you guys slept because I imagine it would be an ordeal. And divide it up into what, 2,000 for each, or is Preacher here? So
Creatures.
Try by
Creature's
7.
still here, just not speaking.
yeah,
Here.
So they're about what, 1,428 gold per person.
It's
Sorry.
Let's see.
Since there's 6 of you, let's call it 12,000.
I'll make it
Just for
easy.
even numbers.
I go, hey guys, I found an extra
Technically.
2,000.
No, Henri,
Oops.
what you do is you go, well,
Oh,
I'm going to
16.
be selfless, so here, you all take the 10,000 yourselves.
I was actually going to.
Let's see. If I take 2,000 gold and add that to my current gold, I have 2,004 gold. Ah,
It's that 4 gold. It's going to make all the difference.
it is.
Yep.
Ah. So,
So you guys can all just add 2,000 gold to your character sheets if you guys don't want to deal with like a group money pot.
Good to
How
know.
much does that weigh? Because I'm really weak.
Oh yeah,
I
forgot about weight.
Don't really focus too much on gold weight,
Okay.
so don't worry about it. Let's say you all have a magical coin pouch that's a miniature bag of holding, so it never weighs more than
A
what, a
bag of
pound.
holding?
But the only thing you could put into it is gold and currency.
okay. I like it.
Bag of gold. I like it.
Bag of golding.
The artificer has the new artificer has one of the coolest new abilities where they can touch, I think it's up to like 6 pouches, and all the pouches share an inventory space.
Oh, that's cool.
So like you can put a potion in one person's pouch and another person can pull the potion out. Like, super cool.
That is really cool. We need to find
I
those.
like the new artificer. I think it's great.
Instead of
2,000.
passing your friends potions, you just put 6 in a bag and be like, the party has them now.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey guys, guess what? I went from
What?
0 gold to 2,000.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah,
Don't
2,000
you-
gold is 44 pounds.
oh, wait a minute. Didn't you have some gold before?
He
No, I
did.
gave it to you guys when you went into town.
Yes, but we didn't use it.
Never got it back.
No. That's
have
when I
it.
tossed 290 gold into Henri's face.
Argenta! All right, so we're going to be heading back towards Sanguinius. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
are about a half day's journey from the Temple of the Cunning Rascal, which is the closest town to you, their closest major city. And then there's tradeways that go to Sanguinius. That would probably be the fastest way there.
Right.
And you could start drumming up rumors and things like that.
Do we want to head back towards House Merovingian? We know that the noble that came for Dormez claimed to have come from House Merovingian. It could have been lying, or it could have been telling the truth, or somewhere in between.
Yeah, that was probably the most logical. But it probably the Sweden side travel.
Yeah, there's a tradeway that goes from the Cunning Rascal to the Wise Sage and then straight to House Merovingian.
Well, if the king was telling the truth, then we should have no problems walking into town and possibly getting transportation.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. We get horses at Cunning Rascal, and then that should help speed up the time to get there.
The biggest problem may be getting the issue sequence and whenever the king did carry over there too.
Yeah, I have a feeling that what he's doing is going to clear our name everywhere.
Even so, I think it'll be easier to get into Sanguinius than out.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of saw that last time.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to get some sleep
So will I.
and wake up as a free woman
Again.
again.
Right. I'll wake any of you up if something happens.
Narrator. Nothing happened.
You just wake up and see Henri dead. Well, now we know. Now we know that.
So you all get a nice long rest. Again, the area that you're in is completely cut off from the rest of the world, basically, other than the shore. And for some odd reason, there's nothing that comes up from the shore or anything. So you guys woke up, you hear the familiar sound of rock grinding on rock and roots rearranging themselves, and the pathway out shows itself again. You notice the table full of food is gone.
Oh.
Technically, I believe it'll last an hour.
Yeah.
I was hoping for crepes. Oh well.
And
Tried
you-
to save some, but kind of disappeared.
Hey, Vala, you should try and cook mushrooms again.
No.
Thank you.
Foul. Ugh.
Oh,
I've had enough mushrooms and raw meat to last me a lifetime.
Why don't we
Alright.
hit the Temple of the Cunning Rascal?
Let's head there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys all get your stuff together, head out. It's a relatively quick trip. Once you get away from that area, it's not an incredibly heavily wooded area that you're in, and you can smell the lake air the entire time you're going. Very refreshing. When you get to the Temple of Cunning Rascal, similar to the Temple of the Wise Sage, there is a wall, but you notice before you actually get to the city proper, there are like burrows outside in various little kind of, not really tent cities, but definitely like lower class housing outside of the walls that you pass through, and there's lots of beggars and things like that. This is going to turn out well.
Before we even get to the town, I want to make
Right.
sure my hands on my coin purse.
Yeah.
Yeah, my coin purse is
I've,
hidden.
I've been
I'm not having this happen again.
Everything's
I've
hidden.
I've been through shady areas. This isn't that.
So Vala, I rolled a 2. On my screen it's 1, 2. So I need you to make me a perception check with advantage. Since you are actively guarding your purse.
Thank you for advantage. Whew. Okay.
Really
Perception?
hoping for a 1. Perception, yeah.
There was a 1. The other roll was much higher. So, 22.
22. So as you guys are going through, there's a couple kids that come up to you and you're begging for money and stuff like that. Do you guys give them any money?
You never trust children in D&D, so no.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
One of them goes directly up to Val and is like, please.
I will reach into the small money pouch that I have on my belt that has 10 gold and take out 2 gold and flick him to him.
He looks at it and he just tears in his eyes. Fuck you. You don't know what this means to me. And he just buries his face in you, and he's bawling his eyes out, and he's hugging you, and you feel a tug on your coin purse, and your hand just instantly snaps. You got another kid just looking at you with this look of shock. And he smiles, kicks you in the shin, and runs. And the kid in front of you leaps backwards, spits, and runs.
Oh, the little shits.
I mean, it is the Temple of the Cunning Rascal, if you expect.
Yeah.
I
had to
cast
expect
Witch.
that.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Never steal again.
Hello, Sheila.
The whole time we're walking up, do any guards look towards my way?
Your area, there are no guards. And
Okay.
you in particular would notice there are no guards here on purpose. This is an area of the city where illegal things happen. The guards purposefully don't show up here. And you've been in areas like this before, so that's how you notice. You've
Okay.
lived in areas like this before.
I'm pretty much just going to be, when we see guards, I'm just going to see how they react to seeing me. If it's the usual, I'm out. But if it's not, then I'm going to keep going.
Okay.
If it's the usual.
So as you guys approach, you finally get to where the walls of the city are, and there are guards posted there. As they see you, you do see them kind of whispering to each other, but they make no moves towards you.
Alright. I just keep walking.
I keep walking, but I'm kind of keeping like a side eye just in case.
As you approach, the two guards on duty stand up straighter, salute, go. It's an honor to welcome the international incident to our humble city.
Yes. Suck.
I can't believe that it's stuck. Why is that one stick? God,
I just hang my head and walk through.
why?
And Henri, you do notice them kind of give you the stink eye a little bit, but beyond that, nothing.
This is
I put my hand on Henri's shoulder. You're now the included.
This is not normal. I'm not. I don't know what to think.
And as you guys are kind of traveling through town, you can hear whispers and things like that. From the little bits you're able to pick up, you're basically being blamed for something. You don't know what it is, but it was a big deal. The King Matthias actually thanked you personally. But beyond that, you haven't been able to figure out what it is that you apparently did.
I want to see if I can find some kind of store that can make me a mask to cover up my scars.
Sure. You're you think your best bet would be like the area you're in right now is kind of the lower middle class part of the city. It's the very edge of the wall in most cities is where the lower middle class kind of people will live. They're wealthy enough to be protected by the city walls, not wealthy enough to be in one of the good sectors. But you think if you were to go to one of the wealthier sectors, masquerade balls are very popular pastimes for nobles, and the masks that people wear can be anything from just a little mask like that all the way to full, very extravagant face masks that can be held or strapped on, or they even have ones that are magically attuned to just basically adhere to your face and come off when you want them to. So
Yeah, I definitely want to go look for that.
so yeah, you guys
Yeah.
have to kind of work your way to the nicer parts of town. Take about 30 minutes to get to one of those areas.
I'm like a kid in a candy store. I haven't been in a town in like a year.
And you guys keep hearing whispers. Every so often you'll hear something like, "It's the vigilante. Oh, can we get their autograph? That's the lone wolf. Oh. Watch out, the outcast is going to eat you. The outcast is going to eat you." It's all like kids are saying this, and every so often you'll hear adults make mention of you guys. That's the commander. Stuff like that. The people are giving you a bit of a wide berth. Like, no one gets too close to you guys, but you don't feel the kind of animosity that you have felt up until recently. Like, it's more of a reverence.
Right. I'm more used to this. It feels like being a rock star.
I have a
This
question.
is more like it.
Sure. What's the question?
So this is the area of illegal, like,
No, you got that was outside the walls. Once you got inside the walls, there's guards and everything here.
Okay. All right. How would I know, or I have heard rumors of them either obtaining and selling or trying to create the guns of the musketeers out in those illegal areas?
No. Even like the worst brigands and things like that. No, creating firearms is not just illegal. It's considered an affront to Valakovia, and because Valakovia is ruled by divine rights, it's considered an affront against the gods. So no one would buy them, and as soon as you got caught with one, like a regular citizen would kill you.
Gotcha.
It's
Cool.
just
Good stuff.
it's the only reason why the technology is not leaked to the other countries, because Valakovia takes it very seriously, and
Alright.
they self-police like crazy.
Good to know.
Even gunslingers and musketeers are actually taught how to rig their gun to basically overload it with black powder and destroy it, so that if when they die, they don't have to worry about it getting into enemy hands.
Boy. Okay.
It's a big deal.
Well, that changes that. So never mind.
I'm gonna be heading to find a weaponsmith.
Okay. Well, you're first stop, unless you guys want to split the party.
I'm gonna go on this mask hunt as well.
Okay.
I'm going for a magic shop.
Okay.
I kind of want to go to a magic shop too.
Commander, you would know the Temple of the Cunning Rascal, not the greatest place to buy magic items unless you have someone that can identify them.
So that'll probably be somewhere else. Okay.
As worshippers of the Cunning Rascal have no issue with giving people cursed items
Or
because
fakes.
it creates chaos.
Yeah. All right.
And you do know in Valakovia specifically, you're generally going to find divine magic items. For more like traditional arcane magic items and things, you'd need to go to Sanguinius. And for just straight up kill me tools or kill things tools, Fenrish is your best bet.
Yeah. I was actually looking for like healing potions and things like that.
Oh yeah, those you find anywhere. Those are somewhat safe. You still want to kind of test them before you take them, but
I'll wait for Vala then if she's gonna go with.
Okay.
So we start off with Vala and Henri, and is anyone else going with them? Or?
I'll tag along since I don't know where any weapon shops are. So I'm just going to be. Yeah.
Let's all tag along, group together, I guess.
Yeah.
So you come to this kind of high fashion shop. You can see in the window there are these very extravagant masquerade outfits. Some of them have like wings. Some of them have, like hooves and horns and stuff. Like it's very bizarre looking stuff. And there are a fairly large selection of masks in the window itself. As you come in, this man comes over. Oh, hello there. Well, it's not very often that we get celebrities in here, but I'll see what I can do. See you. Well, first we've got to get you out of that hideous cloth. You don't even have hips in there.
Before I even talk, are we alone in the store, or are there other patrons?
It seems to be a slow day. You're the only ones in there.
Okay, then I want to, after looking around, take off my hood and be like, I want a mask.
Oh my! Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. You need a mask. You most definitely. Wow. Just wow. There are not here. Maybe wow. Have you thought about going to the Gentle Healer? They might be able to do something with that. Yeah. Wow. Wow. I'll be dreaming about that tonight. Okay, let's see. What kind of mask are we looking for?
One that won't give that kind of reaction.
Oh, trust me, honey. I would never sell you anything that would give you that reaction. To be honest, I don't know if there is anything that can give that reaction. I think your face is kind of unique.
What was that, Commander?
Like, buddy, you want to calm it down a little bit? Maybe a little nice here. Try to get some coin.
Certainly. I'm just sorry. Some people find me abrasive, but you did come to the best masquerade shop in the city, and I must say, in the country. So, what kind of mask are we looking for? Are we going with an animal motif, maybe a porcelain doll type thing? I mean, what are we thinking here?
Do you have anything? I don't know, because it's a different temple, but that would be more semblance of the guiding beacon.
Yes, we have various styles and things. Now, are you looking for something that pays homage to the guiding beacon, or something more just like in his colors? I mean, what are we thinking here?
I think both.
Right, and are you looking for humanoid, animal, beast? We could even go towards the horror mark. I mean, it's been getting a little bit more popular. The demonic costumes are becoming just loads of fun.
I think I've had enough of my share of demonic, so let's go with humanoid.
All right, Jeffrey, get out here. And you see this kind of real burly guy goes, "Ugh. Watch the shop, Jeffrey. Ugh. All right, let's go over here then." And he takes you to kind of a back corner of it. You can see various masks. You can see one where the mask itself is kind of this off-white, almost porcelain color. The mask itself looks to be made of like a very smooth, almost like birch-like wood. And over the left eye, there is a sun that's very similar to the holy symbol of the guiding beacon, though different enough that it would not be considered blasphemous.
I like that one.
Lovely, honey. Now, we have a couple different ways we can get it set up for you. Would you prefer, like, on a stick, so you can just bring it up, pull it down, bring it up, pull it down, bring it up, pull it down? Or we can just get some lovely silk and you can just tie it right behind those cute little ears of yours.
The tie method.
Okay, perfect. Jeffrey, ribbon. Lovely. Now, did you want to get a whole outfit? Because I've got to say, the robes are not doing you any favors.
I mean, I had this to avoid being seen, but now that that's not really an issue, sure.
Okay, are we thinking more robes? Are we thinking a nice like, three-piece suit? I mean, what are you feeling?
What do you think is best? This isn't my area of expertise, as you can tell.
And he comes up and he just starts like lifting your cloak and everything like that.
Oh, I'm very scrawny.
And he looks and he's like, robes. Yeah, those hips do lie. All right. Let's go over here. Do you want to keep the whole guiding beacon theme, or maybe a different color scheme?
I think the whole theme would be good. It's
All
reminding
right,
me of
whites
home.
and gold for you then. And he goes off and he comes back with this kind of very elegant robe set, very large sleeves, very kind of pointed shoulders and almost like a shield almost kind of design on the chest that goes these pointed shoulders. And then this kind of nice belt looks like it's got gold inlaid in it. And then he's got some shoes that pointy toes, and it's all in whites and golds. It also comes with an optional hood if you want to keep the whole mysteriousness thing.
I really do love this.
Wonderful. Did you want to pick out like a second outfit, or is this going to do it for you today?
I think this should be good for me.
All right, Jeffrey, bring him up. And you watch he just kind of waves his hand, and Jeffrey comes over, he takes the thing, and he just looks really like gruff with it. And as soon as he gets it in his hand, he has these massive, like calloused hands. It looks like he's a dock worker. And so it looks like he's going to ruin your new suit. And very delicately, he folds it perfectly, puts it in a box, puts the mask on it. You can see the silk has already been attached to it. The silk ribbons have already been attached. And he places it in there, puts it in a box, brings it over. 350 gold.
Oh, I hand him 400 because I'm very happy with it.
He looks at it and he looks at you and he looks at it again. And the other guy comes up to you. Jeffrey, it's the tip. Keep it. God. It's so hard to get good help around here. And he puts it in the till. Brings out this kind of red ribbon. Wraps the box up in it. Ties this very beautiful bow. Have a nice day.
I will.
You think he's trying to smile?
Vala, did you want something?
So during that entire time, I was looking for a domino mask.
Mm-hmm.
And
You've got him every color of the rainbow.
black. And I'm just trying to decide if I wanted to try to steal it or not. I didn't particularly care for how she was treating my friend.
Okay.
Or he.
It was a he.
I'm going to find a nice, simple one.
Okay.
And take it up and go to Jeffrey and say, how much for this one?
He takes it from you, looks at it. You want stick?
No. How much would it be?
Tie?
How much would it be for it to just magically?
That magic. Tango for mask. Magic 100 gold.
I will do the tie then.
2 gold for tie.
Beautiful. And I'll hand him 12 gold.
He picks it up. Give me a minute. He goes to the back. About a minute passes, comes back. Or about 2 seconds pass, he come out. What color you want? Tie.
Black.
Okay. He goes back. Comes back. His nice little box. Have a nice day.
You too, friend. And I'm sorry you have to deal with him. Ugh.
Very nice. He pay me.
Well, I'm glad. And I have a nice day. I'll turn and walk out.
Okay, you all just remember, come back to Fabian's, okay?
Yes.
I'm wearing the mask out, but not the suit, just so I can walk around without my hood for a change.
Do you notice the world is much brighter than you're used to?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Henri, that's what you call a tree. You can
Really?
see it after your post on them.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
So magic shop
I mean,
first,
That's the
weaponsmith.
sign.
Where to next?
I still wanted to go try to find a potion shop, or at least a magic shop for healing potions.
Okay. So that'll be slightly different part of the city, about 10-minute walk. But another place you get there and you can see the potions will be in kind of an apothecary, and then magic shop would be in the same area, just different shops. So which one for first?
I'll go for the apothecary.
Good. So you go into the apothecary, and there's a young woman in kind of a plain-ish dress in greens and reds. So she's like, "Oh, hello there. What can I do for you?"
Hey, Val, did you come with me?
Yes, I did.
I thought we were going as a group everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I didn't know. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any potions? Specifically healing potions.
Of course I do. What kind of healing are you looking for? Because we've got quite a few different healing potions. You got everything from just your standard healing potion all the way up to supreme healing potions.
Oh,
I even got a few potions that look like potions of healing, but they're not. Lots of fun to give to your friend, and suddenly they're all blue.
that's interesting.
You may want to label them or perhaps keep them in a different bag or something, because if you drink the one at any inopportune time, you might be bleeding out and then turn blue. Not quite as much fun then.
Can you break the blue
No, it's only the skin. I can give you one that turns your blood blue. That one, let's call that a little more dark humor.
You don't happen to have potions that do both, do you?
Oh no.
Not pre-prepared, but I'm certain I could come up with something for you.
Just as an idea. Something like a little bit of a bonus, you know?
I like your thinking. If you'd like one of those, I can experiment tonight. Come by tomorrow morning and we can give you, let's call it a sample.
I think I could. Yeah, we'll probably be leaving tomorrow morning. That sounds like a good idea.
All right, well, what can I do for the rest of your friends then?
I'm just
And
looking
she
at
suddenly sees Henri. She's like, that is a fantastic mask.
Thank you.
I'm just looking at her stock.
There's a little bit of everything. They have a whole selection of healing potions, but they also have just a lot of different, not just healing potions, but various alchemical items, a few spell components, things like that. Like it's for how small the shop is. There's a lot of stuff here.
How much are you? How much are you charging for your basic healing potions?
Sorry, you two were talking at the same time.
Oh, I can't hear. Okay.
That's fine. Commander, she's just charging flat 50 gold for a potion of healing. Liliane, what was your question?
What kind of alchemical supply?
Various things like Eye of Newt, just like things you could use in alchemy, and then a few spell tasking material components like some ash, or a piece of string, things that you would use for some more common spells. That kind of stuff. If there's something specific you want, to be blunt, they probably have it as long as it's not too bizarre.
Yeah.
Do you have any antitoxins or anything to help with poisons?
Of course I do. Got an entire wall over there. If you're looking for just single-use cure your poison, we've got that. We've also got things that can help remove diseases from your body, even ones that'll give you protection against poisons or diseases. We even have, and I have to say it's my pride and joy, we're the only shop that carries it. I was able to find a way to infuse holy water into a potion to give you resistance against curses.
I look at Vala.
But it's not a permanent resistance.
No, it only lasts for, depending on the strength you're looking for, between 1 and 8 hours.
How much for just the remove one-time use poisons?
To remove a single poison from your bloodstream, we have just a very simple antitoxin. It's 25 gold apiece. We have more elaborate ones for 100 gold. It'll remove a poison and give you resistance to poison effects and damage for an hour.
I'll take 2 of the 25 gold and 1 of the 100 ones.
Okay. Go ahead and mark that down on your sheet.
How about for you told my friend that a regular human poster will fit me, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
How about for some of the higher level ones?
Greater healing is 500 gold, I think. No. We'll go 250 for greater. Superior goes up to 1,000. Supreme is 5,000.
About the 250.
Okay.
Is it all the 200 is our top and 1 of the 100
Okay.
for the one.
So
So,
that's 650 if my math is correct.
yeah.
Okay.
And that was
Wow, that was impressive. I haven't done that.
and that was so you correct?
Greater healing. So
Great. Alright.
it's is that 8d4 plus 8? Is that what it is?
Greater is 44.
Greater is 44. Thank you.
Yeah, 44 plus 4.
Yeah.
Argent is just gonna ask, like, do you specialize in the alchemical like potions to make these, or do you have magic items like utility?
I don't really carry any magic items. I mix potions, add a little bit of the divine to them to make them do what I want. If you're looking for more magic items, a friend of mine across the street has got more magic items and things like that. I specialize specifically in the alchemical arts.
I don't suppose you have any empty flasks by chance?
Got tons of them. We get alchemists all the time coming in, stock it up on things. I even have a little belt pouch that you can keep anywhere between 4 and 8, depending on the pouch you get. Right on your belt, so you just take them out, fill them up, put them back in.
Convenient. I'll just take 4 flasks, please.
Okay, flasks are 2 silver apiece.
Perfect.
Did you want a pouch to go with them? Be another gold for that.
You know what? Sure.
All right. Then.
And I'll enter 2 gold.
So she brings out this small leather. Looks like a pouch, but it has no sides to it. And when you open up the top flap and flip it down, it's got 4 vials that are just kind of hung in it. So you can just pick them out and put them back in, and then protect them by closing the flaps.
Nice. I'm slowly working on becoming Batman.
Hey, Jody, I have a quick question.
Sure.
You said we're not worried about regular shots for me. Is that also including gunpowder? We're not going to worry about getting gunpowder at all?
Yeah, you're basically able to keep track of that stuff for the most part, unless you're trapped in the wilderness. For an extended period of time, we don't need to worry about it.
Okay, that's what I was trying to figure out, because where we were going, I didn't just making sure.
No, as long as you have access to even small towns, you can get the supplies to make the black powder. You wouldn't be able to buy black powder outside of Valakovia, but you know enough to make it.
Cool, perfect. I was going to go ahead.
I was just going to say anything else.
I was gonna buy 2 of the normal healing potions.
Okay. Go ahead and mark off 100 gold.
I'll buy 3 of those.
Okay. So 150 for you. All right. So anything else?
I'm good.
I'm good.
No, thank you.
So you guys head out. She goes, "Have a lovely day."
And I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Of course. I'm interested to see how this turns out.
Me too.
Shit.
Do you guys
As
mind
I walk out, I'm like, oh no, don't tell me I'm going to get poisoned again.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
I hand Vala one of the antitoxins I bought.
Do you guys mind
Thank
if we pop across the street?
No,
Yeah,
let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
It's your funeral. I mean, sure.
So you guys go in. You can see various items around. It just got a bit of a musty smell. You see this like massive statuesque guy sitting, reaching up to a top shelf to put something. His hands slowly comes down as he turns. You hear this. Duh, duh. He looks. He's like, "Hello. Welcome to the magic shop. I am the magic maker. My name is Ben. What do I do for you?"
So I was wondering if you had any sort of like bag or something we could carry around that's bigger on the inside than it is.
You want bag of holding?
Yes.
I find you bag of holding. You stay there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Goes into the back. Couple minutes later, I find you bag of holding. You buy it.
Yes.
He's 150 gold pieces.
Here you go.
He looks at it, bites one of them. That's good gold. Okay. You want anything else?
Ah,
I will like that. You get the temporary to
Sorry, I did get that. What'd you say?
I will to that everybody who got really temporary to
Okay, so I'll take out a case of rations and I'll pop it in the bag. What happens?
Seems to work.
I reach in and I grab the can of rations. Does it come out?
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh dear.
Just kidding. Yeah, it seems to work. As you pull it out, they smell like roses.
Hmm.
They come with new bag smell. That smellies roses. Customer satisfaction is our number one priority.
Tell me, sir, do you happen to have a handy haversack by chance?
I have bag of holding. I give him bag of holding. He had a bag of holding.
And it is a fine bag, but do you have anything in more of a backpack type shape?
I have a bag of holding. I give
You know what?
him.
Do you
has
have
a
another
bag of
one?
holding.
Do you have another one or no?
I had the bag of holding.
Okay,
Give it
you
to
know what?
him. He had the bag of holding.
Now he has it.
I make another one. It'll be done in 2 days.
I don't know that we're going to be around that long.
Oh,
But thank you.
Do you do like weapons, wands, other magic items? Like,
no
do you have a stock?
weapons, no wands.
Hmm.
I have these. He goes in the back, comes out with what looks like a rubber band ball of metal. These are cool ball. I call it the grabber ball. Watch. Throws it, Vala. I need you to make a dex save, Vala.
Oh no!
Will, take it.
That's oops. Ah,
Is that a 1?
that is a 10.
You sit there and you watch the ball coming at you. What the heck? Then the ball expands and the band just gets bigger and bigger. You're like, shit. And then all of them wrap around you and compress and you fall to the ground. You are currently incapacitated.
Get. Is it
No,
covering
you
my
are,
mouth?
You're restrained and what's the other one? Grabbed.
Grapple.
Grappled. Yeah, grappled and restrained.
Can I speak or no?
Right now, no. There's a band across your mouth, but there seems to be like an opening that would allow you to speak.
I'm just like.
Oh, your friend is trying to speak. I go over there. And he goes over and he just picks you up in one hand, flips it open, puts you back down. You fall over again.
Manners.
I want it. I want it.
How much is this one?
For my bindy ball is 250 gold pieces.
Deal.
Great. Now get it off me.
Oh,
No,
you
let's
need
do
to
it
know
that
the
way.
code word. I can change the code word. Do you have a code word you want it to be? Like, there's some people, they like a specific code word like shut up or you smell bad or I'm better than you. What do you want the code word?
Commander, you're the one who said you wanted it first. I'm simply paying.
Oh no, I'll pay if you don't want it.
No, I want this.
Then you take it. Go for it.
Alright.
I'm just like fighting on the ground, trying to get out of
Or let's let you actually know what Argenta. Let's have a friendly debate as to who should get this.
Right now, the code word is open. And as he says that, the ball gets up, goes back to his hand. But you change the code. I can change the code word to what you want.
Do you have any ideas, Commander?
I don't know. Just kind of like in silence. That's a good idea.
Silence could be one. Submit could be the other.
Uh huh. Or
I had one weird dude come in. He said Pokeball Go.
what about just like shut up, Vala?
No, because that may come up in conversation. That'd be bad.
About to say, I hear person that they come in. He go, all we do is shut up, Bill. But they tell Bill to shut up a lot. And so every so often they go, shut up, Bill. And then the ball open.
Okay, it's fair.
So the ball just opened?
Well, it enveloped whatever it's thrown at. And if it's not thrown at, it just activated. It enveloped what's in front of it. They want a refund. I told them no. They were the stupid ones. Make it shut up, Bill. I mean, who makes magic phrase shut up, Bill?
A second thought, silence is probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
I had one guy. He come in. He want dragon testicle. Do you think that's not a word to come up in conversation?
But move.
I don't know. Do you guys talk about dragon testicles a lot?
No,
You'd be surprised.
No.
Neither did he. Yeah.
I feel
What
like
do
we
you
No.
want
will
the
talk
pass?
about him.
What do you want the magic word for?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. That's a
That'll
weird
do.
word.
It
I feel
is.
like singing it, but I don't sing. You look like you sing. You want to sing the word for me?
Ooh, me?
Of course you. Anyone else look like they sing? The dude in the hat, he don't sing. The dude in the mask, you can't hear him sing through the mask. The chick with the sword, I don't want to hear her sing.
Oklahoma. Oak.
Okay, I don't want to
Yeah,
hear you sing. Anymore.
I am gonna go outside.
I'll go change the magic word on the ball. Okay. Now,
Okay.
once the ball have the word for 7 days, you don't change it. So you
Okay.
need to change it. You come back when it's 7 days. All right?
Alright.
All right.
Okay. I go to the bag now.
I wanted to ask him when everyone else is kind of walking out
Okay.
really quietly. I want to ask him, do you have anything that prevents people from prying into my mind?
Oh, that's a good question. You come over here. And he
The
takes you
GM came out at that point.
to the very back. You see a box of jewelry. He opens it up. He takes a ring out. This ring, nobody be able to read your mind unless you want to. When they read your mind, you know. You tell them what they read. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Very powerful ring.
How much?
Oh, please.
Consulting his price list.
Real magic item. I gotta remember
Alright.
how rare it is. This is a super useful item. I can't remember.
Ring of Mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, ring of mind shilling.
I think that one's it's not legendary, but
I think it's rare. My app doesn't tell me rarities, but
Give me a second. I'll find it.
It's uncommon.
Really?
uncommon. That's right. I believe so.
So yeah. Wow. Not even rare. He'd be 500 gold pieces.
I pay him and kind of keep it hidden so no one else can see it.
Now, be careful, cause if they don't know that's what it is, they be tricked. If they do know that's what it is, they may cut your finger off.
Appreciate
That's
the warning.
quickly.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a good day. Okay.
I'll put it on, but then put my glove over it.
That's a good way to do it. You got a good head on your shoulder. Okay, I go back to work. Goodbye.
What other do you have? Other browsers and stuff?
As you're browsing, you see a couple different things. Basically, it's wonders items only. Where are you? Hold on a sec. Gotta find me a list.
Yeah.
You guys should just go halvesies and co-own it.
Yeah.
That's our
like
new.
every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I
And
think that's
every holiday.
And so 49 states are now safe to say in this game.
Huh?
49 states are now safe to say in this game.
Mm.
You find a bag on the wall. When you look in, it's got little like gel-like beads. Looks like there's about 16 in there. You find uh, a die that looks like a normal die.
What did the guy do?
You can ask him.
Yeah, I asked him.
Okay. He goes, "Oh, this is a cool one. This one very popular with the Cunning Rascal followers. Watch this. Okay, I want a 4. Rolls it. It's a 4. That could happen to anyone. I want another 4. Another 4. I want a 4. Another 4. Be careful.
Ooh,
You
yeah.
use this like that at like a casino. They get mad.
I bet. Do you ever think that might make me a little? I do see like killing weapons. Do you ever think that might make me harder to get?
Sorry, what was that? You carry weapons and what?
Do you ever think that might make me harder to have other people get that?
Good question. He doesn't seem to have anything specifically that would uh make you harder to hit. Like no cloaks of protection or bracers of protection or anything like that.
Uh,
This close to the holy city, there's not a whole lot of a market for too much. And this is more of again a wonders item shop.
uh,
And anything else?
how about when I die?
Oh, will they die? That's a good question. Uh, 50 gold. But
Alright,
if you get in trouble, you gotta say I told you not to use it on like important stuff, just to like trick your friends, not to like make money. Okay?
of course.
Cool. That here you go.
I will walk back in to the shop
Mm-hmm.
and just be like, so, out of curiosity, do you have anything that flies,
Like
or that
what?
could make somebody fly, or somebody could fly on?
No, I don't have any of that. Those things I used to carry carpet or flying, but you know what happened? I sold
No,
it to
what?
this guy, and he took it out. He was flying. He fell off. He broke his neck. He got all mad. He came back. They had to resurrect him. Come back. He tried to make me pay for resurrection. I'm not gonna do that. So I stopped carrying stuff like that.
Have you thought about like seat belts? with some type of straps, so that way they can't fall off.
Yeah, but then you strap yourself to the carpet, then you can only look up. There are no seats on a carpet.
Maybe you should add some.
Seats on a carpet. That's an interesting idea.
Isn't a carpet just a seat?
What?
I said, wouldn't the carpet be a seat in general?
I mean, he makes a valid point. It's kind of like putting a chair on a chair.
Hey, I'm just trying to. I'm an idea person, really.
Well, maybe you keep that idea. Let it percolate for a little longer.
Got it.
Okay. Well, if you have anything else, you ask for Ben.
Okay, Ben. Thank you.
See
Goodbye.
you, Ben. Bye.
Have fun. I go back to make the item.
Yes.
And we have the ball, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll let you hold
Cool.
on to it for right now.
One of the greatest magic items ever.
Right? It's the from Doctor Strange, the jacket.
Kind of. It is an actual item in the DM's guide. I can't
Yeah.
remember what it's called offhand. We just call it the Pokeball.
Iron Bands.
Iron Bands of Balara.
There we go. Love it.
I will make the ring invisible after I attune to it after a while.
Okay.
So, just a weapons shop is the last thing Argento wanted. Weaponsmith.
So yeah, that'll be a little bit further away towards the outer wall because it's dirty and dusty. You do find a smithy. See this big guy, shirtless except for an apron. Looks to be a dwarf. And he's hammering something. You can't really tell what it is from where you are. Tung, 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 tung. What do you want?
I was looking for weapons, if you had any.
Oh, we've got great amounts of weapons. What are you looking for?
Great axe?
Great axe. I can do that. He goes in the back, brings out this axe, at least as big as you are. Now that's a great axe. Lots of swing in that one. And he swings it down and you feel the wind.
Does it look good quality?
Yeah, looks decent.
Hmm.
You don't see any flaws in it. Looks to be well made. Nothing special about it, but definitely a solid weapon.
Now, this is a good weapon. Do you have any, special stock?
I've got some of the masterwork stuff, but that's going to cost you quite a bit.
About how much?
See, for a masterwork great axe, let's see. Here I am. 400 gold pieces.
How will 350 do?
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. I think I'm trained in that. Skills. Persuasion. 21.
Done. He goes off, brings back this really nice one. It's got a sheen to it. You can see the blade itself has almost a blue color to it. And the metal itself doesn't seem to be pure steel. And as he hands it to you, it seems lighter than you had thought it would be, but definitely solid.
Great work. This metal is. I haven't seen it before.
It's something of my own creation. Found a different way to fold a steel. Half as thick. twice as strong.
Thank you.
Aye.
Would
Have
you
we
happen
take
to
me
have-
money now?
Would you happen to have any rapiers at that level?
Not really a big fan of them. Let me see if I've got one. Goes in the back. Comes back and says, I have got just one. Not a huge amount of people learn to use it anymore. Takes a wee bit too much finesse for this crowd.
May I look at it?
Aye, test it out, see what you think.
I'm swinging around. Oh, not at anybody, but
As you take hold of it, it's perfectly balanced. And you kind of, it taps on the floor and it actually kind of rings throughout the shop. And as you swing it a little bit, it works perfectly. Almost feels like an extension of your arm.
How much for this?
That one, since it's a wee bit more rare, and I probably won't be. Well, and again, no one's been buying that. She came out with your friend. We'll give it to you for $3.50 as well.
Deal.
All right.
How about the last one?
I've got plenty of. You got a colour preference?
That will you have any of that same base that makes me silver as well?
Don't have any that are silver, but I could silver one for you. I'll add an extra 100 gold on top of the price, so have it done by morning.
How much for the base price, please?
Since you're with your friends, $3.50 plus 100 for a silvering.
I can do that. And for the cover, probably, I don't really have a preference for color.
All right, then I'll go back. Goes in the back. He kind of looks at you, goes in the back, comes back with this long sword. The blade itself has an almost, the metal has been polished in such a way that it almost has a white sheen to it. This looks like it'll fit in with you pretty well.
Yeah, take it out of whatever.
You can perfectly balance. The grip itself is wrapped in leather, so it has a really nice solid grip. The guard on it is hefty enough that it could definitely stop a blade.
What color is the hilt?
The hilt is a brown leather. It's just wrapped in leather.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
All right then, like I said, first thing in the morning, I'll have it finished for you.
I
Require half the price now.
so
Pay for the rest of it tomorrow.
So 225 now.
Aye.
Right? And I pay him.
Okay. He goes back to his anvil, and you see him getting, looks like silver ingots, and he tosses them into the forge in a crucible. And I've got work to do unless you've got more to buy.
Nope.
All right, then get out of here. See you tomorrow.
Yep. And Masterworks had like a +1 to
That's
it, right?
+1 to attack rolls and damage. Basically, it's a +1 magic weapon without the magic.
Okay.
Well, since a couple of you have stuff to pick up in the morning, we should probably find lodging.
You get to spend a night in the bed for the first time in how long?
Wouldn't matter. I don't sleep.
Right. You can sit on a bed.
I'm so looking forward to this. You have no idea.
You guys go find. Are you looking for cheap and expensive and what you looking for?
Furthest away from the poor district.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
You go to a relatively expensive inn. There's a man at the door. He goes, "Can I take your coat, sir?"
What?
Your cloak, sorry.
I mean, I kind of like it.
Not a problem, sir. Check it is right over there.
Still not used to this. And I'll go to the counter.
Hello? What can I do for you?
How many rooms do you think we need, guys?
Mm,
Well, there's 6 of us.
we're either sit over or being
We could make do with it.
do a lot of split rules.
I think, 3 rooms with multiple beds?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Certainly, that will be 15 gold per night.
Right. I'll cover this one. It's not every day I get to do this.
Will you be requiring multiple nights or just one?
Just the one.
Alright then. Manuel, come over here. Take the bags. Do you have any bags?
No.
I mean, I'm wearing my backpack, but it's hidden under my robe. And
Fine,
I
fine.
take
Show them to their rooms. This way. Manuel! Yeah, boss? You need the keys? Oh, right, because I can't. Well, I could get into the rooms without the key. Yes, but we don't want you picking the locks again. I apologize.
No worries.
Right, I gotta get the keys now. He gets the keys. Now I can take you up to rooms. Follow me. Goes, he opens each room and shows you guys in. If you need anything else, just let us know. Right, we've got dinner served in about 3 hours. Otherwise, yeah, if you want, we can have dinner sent up here or anything like that.
No, that'll be fine. Is there any entertainment?
Tonight we've got a lovely bard.
Oh,
Her name is Lise. She she dances a little bit and then she sings during dinner. Very classy, not like what you see in like the outer districts and stuff like that. Now she's pure class, like almost like you see skin, but it's not like dirty skin. And she's not like taking things off while she's dancing, and there's no poles or nothing like that. So she dances a little bit because she's really good at it, not because she's like trying to seduce you, nothing like that.
well, that's awfully boring then.
Hmm.
Well,
And I'll walk in a minute.
They've got dances like that. They're just not in this hotel.
Mm.
Hmm.
The other guests seem to think that's like beneath them. Despite the fact I've seen quite a few of them going into, a brothels and things like that.
Hmm. Same anyway.
So anyway, you
All right.
guys get your stuff. You have a nice meal. Is there anything else you want to do today before you head in?
Nope.
Oh no.
All right.
Nope.
So you guys all get some sleep, except for Henri, who gets some sit. And fortunately, that is where we are going to end it for tonight. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you missed any of the episode, I do upload them to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/trainerjody. Otherwise, have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys next time. All right?
All right.
Bye-bye.